Hi everybody, it is March the 4th and this is take 2. I went through and I taped this and didn't have the sound on. Had it cut off. Okay, this is going to be a update on my whips so far, a little bit about what February was like, and a little bit about my plans for March. Now, I am in a couple of different sales in Stitch Mania. One is the year of starts, and I'm choosing to do one new start every month. Now, in February I had 3 new starts, and I'll show that in a minute. But I'm in that one. I'm also in one called New Year, New Start, and I was in the Love one, and I cannot recall exactly what it was called, but I was in the Love one for February. And I'm also in the Stitch Along for the Save the Stitches. Now, in the Year of Starts, the Rose of Sharon, which is my nemesis, this is the 4th time I've started this one, is my first one. And I'm going to put a photo in of where it was at the 1st of February. And this one I would have loved to worked on a lot in February, but I had so many other things I was planning on doing that I didn't work on it much. But I did have a goal for it, which was to complete these posts and this out here, and I did that, and actually went beyond that, and got over into the little chest or cabinet or whatever it is that's on this side of the project. So I actually went beyond my goal on that one, which was wonderful. And my second of my 12 starts is also another Paula Vaughn, and this one is in the garret. And I'm doing a series of videos on this particular project. Now, this project is not meant for any individual. I don't have a time frame set up for myself on when I want to have it done. It's one that I had in my stash and I really like. And we had a fellow Flosstuber who was going to start this one, and she wanted someone to do some close-up videos of working on a project, and one of her goals was to make for a neater back. And so, keeping that in mind is why I'm stitching it exactly how I'm stitching it. And it's a really cute piece, and I probably will hang it in my own home. But this is what I've got done so far, and I've only worked on this 2 days, so there is not a huge amount on it. And you can see that it is, this dress right here is what I'm working on. So this one I will continue making videos as long as I work on it. And like I said, she wanted a little advice on keeping the back neat, and I am not fanatical about that. My thoughts on the back of the work is that you just follow a few simple rules, in that you don't want it to distort the front and make the front look bad. You're not going to want to carry, like, I would not want to carry a black thread across through here, because you're going to see it when it's finished. So I like a neat back. It was how I was taught. But I have some that are hot messes too, and I don't let it worry me. So that was start 2 of the Year of Starts. Now, here is start 3. And this I started 1st of March. This is going a Christmas present. And this one in March, my goal is to finish this. And I will dedicate a lot of my time to this piece only. And it is not a huge piece. It finishes out about 4 inches tall, but it's long. It's maybe 16 inches long, and it fits with the decor of the person that I'm making it for. It fits her style. The colors fit her home, and the size fits a couple places she has where she could really display it well. So this pattern was perfect. Now this came from Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I will insert a picture. And I'll put the details about that as well. Now, I'm stitching from stash. I have the every issue of the Just Cross Stitch magazine, some on the discs and a few printed. And the linen that I'm using is a 28 count, and the coloration is called Vintage Linen. And the colors that the rest of this have in it are going to look so good against this color. This was not charted for DMC, but I am converting over to DMC because I'm using for my stash. Excuse me. So that's what I'm having in the year of starts. Now, those last two were the one, or that one was one of my new start, or that's my new start for March. See, I can't even talk. Now, in February, my second new start, besides in the garret, is this. This is Growing in Love. It's Paula Vaughn. It's from this book. And this is also a Christmas present. And this is my other piece that I will focus a lot of my time on in February, because I have several Christmas projects that I'm going to be stitching, and I want to get as much done as early as I can so I'm not pushed at the end of the year. This one I worked on, just a few days. I didn't work on it a terrible amount of time, but I have gotten a good portion of the barn done. And it was charted. You can see there's what it'll look like. It was originally charted to go on 28 count, but I wanted it to tighten up a little bit in its look, and so I am working on a 32 count. And this is actually the El Cheapo, supposed to be even weave, but we all know it's not. MGC Textiles in an ivory off-white color, and it is definitely not an even weave, but this still looks really good on it. And I'm so used to working with linen and not even weave that I'm really comfortable with this one. So that will be my second piece that I'm really going to focus on in February. March. This is my third new start in February. And this was also in a sale in Stitch Mania. This also came from Just Cross Stitch magazine. I will put in the details about that. This is stitched on a Charles Craft linen in ivory, and something I had in my stash and pulled from my stash. It was originally charted for other threads, and I converted over to DMC, again using from my stash. It was to become a pillow, and took me, just a very few hours to complete. I sewed it into a pillow, and I did not like the fabric I was using. And it felt like it needed some trim around the edge to make it look the way I wanted it to look. So, picked it out, and this will go in the little treasure box and will be finished later when I find just the right fabric for it. Now, my next one that I worked on in February is Heaven and Earth, and it's called Cupcake, and I will put a picture in of what it looks like when it's finished, as well as where it was on the 1st of February. And here is where I'm at 1st of March. I did not work on this but just a couple of days. I did do the challenge that's on the Heaven and Earth Facebook group, and really am thrilled that I decided to do that. I wasn't going to. I gridded this one out horizontally and vertically, and normally I just grid vertically, and I was off on my gridding. And when I did this, it became fastly apparent that I was off on my gridding. So this kept me from making boo-boos later. I put in the 1,000 stitches for the challenge, and probably have put in, I don't know, 300 or 400 other stitches. So that one probably will get very little love this month. The other thing that I have worked on is the Save the Stitches. And I took a picture of this the 1st of February and then 1st of March, and I am so glad, because I thought, I've done a lot, but I didn't think I'd done a lot. And I had this on scroll frame. And I had done like to right here at the 1st of February. And I had a couple appointments, and I took this with me, and whenever I just wanted something kind of mindless, I worked on it, rolled it up, and just kept working on it, and I finished it. The outlining. Can you see how large this is? I mean, we all know it's large and long, but look at this. This is a lot of stitching. Probably will not get a lot of love this month, but I know I am not going to be able to resist the urge to start working on the pretty stitches. And I'm not putting metallics in this. I will hold the beads till I'm done. And I'm stitching it all with just plain old ordinary DMC and the colors that I like. And here they are. These will be what's in the inside. Here's the outline. This is 814. I'm going to be using 930 and 37.99 and 780 for the interior patterns. Really excited to work on this, but this one is going to be kind of my relaxation piece. Do kind of have plans to do a few videos as I'm working on this, but not a high priority. I said earlier that this would go in my treasure box, and to me, a treasure box, a possibility box, a goodie box, what that is I've stitched a piece because I wanted to and I liked it, not necessarily with a plan, and I took it away because you never know when you're going to need a shower gift or a wedding gift or a housewarming gift or you decide to redo your own house, and suddenly that really colorful pattern that you love to stitch but had nowhere to put it is perfect for a room. So I get a little, well, I'm not going to say ticked off, but it's kind of sad when we hear stitchers say, oh, I would do that one, but, you know, and I'm going to rant a little. They say, oh, I would do that one, but I don't have anywhere to put it. Or, I love the colors, I love the pattern, but it won't fit in my house. Big whoop, so what? Do it. If you love it. This is our hobby and our art, and we do it for the pleasure. We're not getting paid for it. This little guy here will turn into a pillow, and he won't be out all the time, more than likely, just short periods of time, but I'll enjoy him every time he's out. And I hate to hear a stitcher say, oh, I saw it and it was so lovely and I would love to do that, but I just can't because it doesn't fit into my house, or I don't know anyone who would like it. Well, you go and watch a movie, and that's for your own pleasure. Why not stitch something just because? I mean, who says there's no stitching police out there going, now you must have somebody that will go for, because it would be a total waste of your time. Oh no, it's not a waste of time. You enjoy it and you like it, it's not a waste of time. That's like the In the Garret piece. I'm working on it, and it's upside down, and I get people who say, I never knew how to stitch on linen, and I'm so afraid of linen. And I've been stitching for 30-some years, and I think one of the best things about that was, other than my friend who also stitched, but she doesn't stitch on linen very much, or she didn't. Other than her, I didn't have a lot of other people saying, oh, be afraid of linen. Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's got slubs. Oh, boogeyman. I didn't know I was supposed to be afraid of it, so I picked it up and went, yeah, I can learn how to do this. So, and it's one of my favorite things now. But I didn't know I was supposed to be afraid of it. I didn't tie myself up in knots. I just picked it up and went, adventure. And I think that's sad. We get so many talented stitchers who say, I would love to do that, but I'm so afraid to do it because it's hard. I've heard it's hard. Well, there's a lot of things that are hard, but there's a lot of things you can conquer if you practice, and what's hard for one person might not be hard for you. Now, I just have to say that I am one of those very irritating people who, I don't know if it's just pure old stubbornness or what, or the way my brain works, but I'll pick up something and master it. Pick it up and work at it, and I work at it until I master it. And I don't have difficulty doing that. So something that comes easy to me might not come easy to you. But then again, I'm not too old to learn. I watch every tutorial that comes out, because every once in a while you'll run up and you'll see someone doing something and you go, you know, I never thought to do it that way. And I distinctly remember first time I ever saw anybody on Facebook make a comment about the loop start, and they were like, I never heard about this. This is amazing. And I'm sitting here thinking, I always do that and have done that for years and years. You mean if I had said something about it, somebody would have gotten something from it? I didn't know. I was living in a hole under a rock. So I want to encourage everyone, talk about something you do, how you do it, because who knows, what you've been doing for years and years might be news to me, and I'm all about learning something new. So that's it. Told you it was quick. my plans for March as far as videos go, my workroom is packed, and I have very anxious mamas who have waited to the last minute. I'm hoping that I can kind of get ahead of them and can do some more videos on this one. And I'm plotting and planning some other real shortsy, basic tutorial sort of things. Anyone have any suggestion or anything they'd like to see done, leave me a comment. I want to thank all my subscribers and new subscribers. I got a couple of shout outs and mentions from a few people, and so my subscriber numbers have jumped up, which is fabulous. I've not been able to, like I said, I've not been able to do this month the videos that I really wanted to do, but babies wait for no one. And anxious first-time mothers really wait for no one. Love my job, love what I do, but there are days when it would be dangerous for me to type responses to some of the comments that I get. So, that's what's going on in my little world. Always busy, always doing something. I do not have any plans at all to have any other starts this month new, just to work on what I'm working on. So, I believe that's it. I've rambled and ranted enough, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.